start with a little story. And the first letter we're doing is D, the sound da, D. And this story is about Dan, who's a little elf. And he's called Dan, the Dusty Day Elf. And his job is to get up before the sun. He gets up very, very early. And he puts out the dew. He dabs and drops the dew on rocks and flowers and trees. And I guess some dew falls in the stream and spider webs and everything you can imagine. On grass and trees, maybe animals' heads, maybe. Yeah. So he gets up early and does that. And this is how he does it. So we can all stand up and we're going to do that. So get your dew ready. You start a drop, a dab, a drop, a dab. A dreamy, dusty day elf dips and dabs and drops the dew, and then he dusts and dusts all around, under your legs, all around. And he dabbles the daylight too. Then Daddy Longlegs does his dance. Get down like Daddy Longlegs, all fours, dipping one arm up and stepping. Good. With one leg, and one. And now, can you do one arm and one leg? Two in the air, and two. Great. And then he can come up. Very good, Daddy Longlegs. And then a drowsy duck, he's so sleepy, dunks and dives. And she does like this. She dunks and dives, and dunks and dives, and dunks and dives, till day turns to dusk. That's when the sun's going down. And when dusk turns dark, a delicate deer, show me your deer, delicate deer disappears in a thicket. And she drops on one leg. And she dozes. And then she goes up and drops on the other leg. And dreams. And we'll go one more time. Bottoms up, other leg. And dreams. And then Dan, the dusty day elf, dwells in dreamland from dusk until dawn. And we slowly come up. We're going to do a little more with that. Wake up in the forest and we'll stand up again. So now, Dan, one morning, he was in such a hurry. He didn't wake up in time. So he was in such a rush. He went, a drop, a dab, a drop, a dab, drop, a dab, drop, a dab, drop, a dab. Dreamy, dusty day elf dips and dabs and drops the dew and dusts and dabbles the daylight too. He was sorry. He was in such a rush. And then another morning he was so sleepy. He woke up early, but he was so sleepy. He yawned. And then he did it so slowly. A drop, a dab, a drop, a dab. A dreamy, dusty day elf dips and dabs and drops the dew and dusts, and he almost fell asleep. And dabbles the daylight too. That was a sleepy day. And now Daddy Longlegs does a lot of things with his many legs. And I'm going to bring over my harp and we'll use a little sound. First, we'll just be daddy long legs. And you're just going to lift one and then another leg and then another leg. And I'm going to play some notes. So you kind of listen to the time, like if it's slow, then you lift it more slow, like this. And then it gets a little faster. Daddy long legs rest. Can you show me? How would he sleep? He fold up all his legs? I don't know. Does he spread them out? Does he bend them? Is a sleepy daddy long legs? I had never seen one. I'm just asking. Okay, great. Some spread their legs and some bend them. And now when daddy long legs gets up this time, he's going to go forwards and backwards and sideways in different ways. So you'll hear it when he starts moving. Okay, start getting on your legs, all of them. And get on your hands and feet and try moving backwards. Moving sideways. And the other way. Now try jumping, all legs at once. And then land and take another nap. There. Great. Drowsy duck gets herself a little bit awake and stands up, and she dunks and dives like we did before. Dunks and dives and dunks and dives. And now go all the way down, and this is a little duck maybe. She dunks and dives. And know how ducks, when they put their head down, their tail goes up? And then their tail down and their head comes back up. So their tail goes up, up. There, great. And now the deer walks through the forest. And I just want to see what your deer walk is like, whatever it's like. You might be on all four legs or just pretend on all four legs. And I'm going to make some notes to help you walk. She trots, or just kind of little gallops or leaps. I guess deers leap, so. And she comes back to the pond, and she drinks. There, yeah. And then Dan, the dusty day elf, at the end of all this activity, he goes to sleep. You can stretch out after all that work. And close your eyes.